Put the head of the rivet at the bottom. You just take a hammer. Hello again, everyone. Ford 501 mower. I've done several videos on mowing with this, how to hook it up. But in this video, we're going to do some mowing, but then bring it back up here to the shop. We're going to replace 3 guards that are missing. A couple of sections or blades are broken and loose. We'll fix that. And once we complete the repairs, then we're going to give it a new coat of paint. I painted this when I first bought it, probably 10 years ago or more. And it sat out in the sun a lot. The last couple of years, I've kept it in the garage. So let me get it hooked up, show you a little bit of how it mows if you haven't seen the videos before. Okay, I have everything hooked up except the stabilizer arm right here. The way we hook that arm up, we prop the end of the sickle bar, let the lift down, and then clamp that arm to the lift arm. And then when we raise the lift up and down, that raises the sickle bar up and down too. Just has a bolt, clamps right to the arm like that. And I pull it back against the lift arm here, tighten it down. Hammer down on it pretty good when we tighten it so it doesn't slip front to back. So now we start the tractor and I'll show you how that works. Well, I think that Johnson grass is ready to be mowed. Probably 7 or 8 feet tall. Well, that's about as close as we can get to the bank over there. In previous years, I could mow between those big trees and you could pretty much clean the bank off, but we had all that sand wash in here back in the spring flood, and it's just, I don't want to get hung up, so that's about as far as I felt I could go safely. But we got her chopped down, looks much better, all the way to the bridge and even up where we mow the lawn at underneath those trees. I cut some of that down. All right, mowing's finished. I have 3 guards missing. Here, there, and there. You see the blades, the sickle bar blades are just exposed. And not what you want, because they'll hit rocks or whatever, could break a blade. And when the blades get loose like that, then that can damage the guard. You can see where that one's been loose before and it's gouged into the guard. So I'm gonna try to tighten the blades up. And I think I have some extra guards on an old parts mower. I'll go look first and make sure that I do have some guards for it. Take care of that before we put some paint on. This is the main part of the parts machine. Got a good pulley on it. Spring. May never need any of the parts, but we have them. And back here, here's the guards. Let's see. I'll have to move some stuff to get them out. Let me do that and I'll show you what we have here. All right, here's what we're looking for. These 2 guards are good. They have the original round head bolts that actually have a square shoulder, if I'm not mistaken, but they fit flush. You can see this one, it's bent and it has a different bolt in it. So definitely can try to use these 2. One more section right here. And looks like we have 2 or 3 or 4 good ones here. If we can get them off, that's always a problem. So take this inside, take that one inside, and we'll put some penetrating oil on them. Let them soak a while. We'll see if we can get them off. About out of that. Okay, that one came off. And that one's turning. Got a square shoulder underneath there. Yeah, turn around and around. Okay, we had to grind that one off. Well, when all else fails, use a grinder. Cut half of the nut in 2. Now I'm just driving off what's left. Better to come out now. I think it did. I want to be sure to hang on to all them spacers, because you never know when you'll need one of them. Okay, there's guard number 3. We do need a new bolt. There's several sections or blades that are loose, so I need to tighten those up. I think there's one missing, one broke, so we need to put some new ones in there. To get the bar out, it does have to slide out the end. Not an easy task, and I really wasn't wanting to do this, but I better go ahead and take care of those loose sections and those missing sections, and that way we'll have it in good shape. To release the bar, there's a knuckle right here, and then a spring-loaded piece with two sides that snaps down over that knuckle. And to release this, just take a screwdriver, lift up on the back of it, and pull toward the bar. It should release, hopefully. There we go. And now we just lift it off of the knuckle. Now, in order to slide the bar out, we had to remove these, I call them hold downs. They're the part that goes over the top of the bar to hold it down. So hopefully now, you can see I have it started. It slid out about a foot or so. So let's see if it'll come on out. I'm just lifting it up out of the guards rather than slide it. Okay, that's as far as we can go without taking this end piece off. And I don't think I need to go that far. I need to replace that one. And there's a loose one. And we have one missing right on the end. So let me go get some supplies and get my anvil, my hammer, and see if we can work this bar over and maybe cut a little better then. Spare parts. We have some blades or sections, that spring that goes in that knuckle, and rivets. I'm going to cut this broken one off. I just cut the heads of the rivets off with the grinder. I still have to go get the anvil to put underneath the rivets so I can mash them. Okay, this is how I crimp the rivets. Piece of railroad tie. I call it my anvil. Put the head of the rivet at the bottom. You just take a hammer. This one's loose. So this anvil is beveled side to side. So I turn it this way where the crown is up. Lay the rivet on it. Don't take much when they're just loose. Do the other side. That was loose. That was okay. So, look, I put this one in before. So let's see if it'll tighten up. If not, I'll grind the rivets off and put some new rivets in it. And that tightened it up.
Now normally this bar would have what I call a blade and a half here at the very end. And if you're using the mower to mow fields, you would have what's called a grass board that flips the grass over as you're mowing it. And that protects this extra half blade. I don't use that, so I just have the grass board removed on this mower.
Put another rivet on this side just to keep it in line. If you don't, it'll scoot on you and it might be hard to get back in there to drive the rivet home. Okay. And we'll put the other rivet in, and once we get it crimped, then we'll give both of them another hit. It's cool down here around the homestead, but it is still humid. Not as bad as it was, but getting pretty soaked here trying to do this, but we're about to get it. Okay, ready to go back in. Okay, now just hook this in. Now it's just a matter of putting the guards back on.
And it's not as simple as just putting the hold down back over the bar and tightening it up. There's a shim that slides against the bar to hold it in position, so you have to make sure that shim is in where it was before.
Okay, let's turn it on and see what happens. Well, seemed to work okay, but I'm going to go back and check the bolts on all the guards just to make sure they're tight.
Sure looks better with all those guards replaced and the new sections or knives installed. Let's see how it cuts.
I mowed the field the other day with a finish mower. Only been like 2 days ago, so it's cutting pretty good.
Okay, let's head back up to the two-car garage. This is the only building I have with a tall enough garage door for this mower to go in. It's an 8-foot tall door and kind of a tight fit even at that. So let's get back up there.
Here's the paint I'm going to use. And this paint, I think, is the same paint that I painted it with originally 10 plus years ago. It does have a skim on top of it, but hopefully underneath the paint's still okay. I don't know, it's been stored down in the shop. Had a lot of cold winters on it, so we'll see. Don't want to get paint on the floor, so got a piece of cardboard laid down. Just using a brush. This old piece of equipment, I don't see any reason to try to spray paint it and make it look super nice. We're just going to freshen it up a little. Well, I think it'll be okay. Just cut that skim away. And now we got pretty good looking paint there in the bottom. I think that'll be more than enough to do what we're going to do. There's how much it's faded. Well, I think we're covered on all the main part. And I stopped with a large brush right there, so I'm going to finish with this smaller brush around the letters and the numbers. And then when the blue dries, I'll go back with some white and touch up those. Alrighty, good enough for now. This is enamel paint, so it'll take it a couple of days to dry. I have plenty of paint left, so I'm going to paint the guards, top and bottom, and the bar. Using a small brush, I can control the paint, not get it everywhere. So far, I don't have any on my clothes and very little on my hands. The good thing about brushing on this enamel, it'll hold up good because it's pretty thick. Okay, painted from top to bottom. The only area I couldn't get to was right there, and I'll have to wait till I can lay the bar down to finish that up. But overall, I think we're looking really good.
Haven't painted the PTO shaft, but I will paint it when I finish painting around that bar when I let the bar down.
model car paint.
Now with the bar laid down, I can finish up that painting around that pivot point on it.
I'll paint the PTO shaft. Hung it on a screwdriver.
Well, that's going to do it on the Ford 501 mower repair and repaint. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.